Well, good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Those that are watching the video, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about owning your life. And yes, this is our fun picture of us joining the business of Shackley 20 years ago
That was actually at your
this
birthday
November.
party where we did back to the 60s.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. We didn't know a lot about the wellness when we started all those years ago, but
We wanted to build better health, and we knew that.
absolutely. So it's just a fun picture that we wanted to share. And of course, with that, here is our now. So definitely excited about the future. This is Marty and Cheryl Turner, Master Coordinators. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot to cover, so we're going to go through this relatively quickly. You're welcome to pause or rewind as needed. And with that, who knew that we could find both? And we're going to talk about both the money and the health and wellness benefits with this incredible company.
That's right. Now, I grew up on a small farm north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. In the middle picture is a picture of my sister and I. We owned a travel agency about 40 years ago, and we started it so we could travel the world. Didn't know we wouldn't make any money, but we did get to travel. And over on the right, there's a picture of my girls on our horses, and my girls are the ones on backwards. They were always creative and exploring. And there's a picture of me down in the lower left corner that my sister took in Antigua.
Mm.
There's so many times I wish I could go back and tell that young lady some things that would have saved me a lot of pain and energy. In the middle is our first granddaughter. She was 4 years old when we got married, but when she was born, she brought me back to life. This was taken one day. She and I were at a park, and she said, "Where are the other kids?" I said, "Well, they're at daycare." And she said, "Well, where are their moms?" I said, "They're working." And she said, "Where are their nanas?" And I said, "They're working too." She said, "Well, they should work from home like you." She thought that was great. She could grow up with a nana who had time for her. Over on the right are the three kids. They are now in their 40s. And before I had all three of them, I had my son, and I was building small homes. This was my car. I had a little red Corvette,
Yay.
and I loved that car. I'd put Tony in. Back then, we used to put the kids right in the front seat with us. We'd put the top down. I'd press the button for the garage door to open, and he thought Mama was a spaceship captain. We had so much fun in that car, but then I got pregnant again and again. And it was goodbye, red Corvette. Hello, Blue Ford Galaxy. And when I was buying that car, Marty was buying this one.
All right, yeah. So this is my 1974 Mustang 2 hatchback with the Palomino interior. And I saved money as an entrepreneur at 12 years old. I figured out after doing the paper route, raking and lawns and shoveling snow that I was going to get a job at the car wash and start saving money. And so at 13, excuse me, at 13, I made the commitment. And at 15 and a half, I was able to buy this car with a
Wow.
little help from my mom. She gave me the $200 for the graduation money early
Nice.
so I could get over that hump and get the car that I wanted. So I'm very proud of that. And it's all about setting goals and having that drive and determination. You know, coming from humble beginnings, the idea was that we were able to do something, and it wasn't really about just a quick story. It was just about building over time and being able to do that with family, with friends, with new friends through building business partner with business partners and having these incredible relationships. Whether it was with billionaires like Roger Barnett or Olympic athletes like Troy DeMail, or maybe it's just hanging out, whether it's flying low on the motorcycle or flying high. I remember when Andrew and I
Yeah,
got
on
to
the Big Island.
go check out the volcanoes and the lava flows, or playing in the U.S. Open in Las Vegas when I was actively involved in table tennis. So
There you got your dive team.
the dive team.
The
Oh
grandchildren.
yeah, yeah, of course. This was at our daughter's pool, and we're all swimming in the pool and having fun. And then one of the big things when I found out about this company, Roger Barnett flew us in, and I was able to meet one of my mentors, Anthony Robbins, which was really cool. And so, you know, we found a company that gave us not only the long term opportunity, but also was able to build upon our entrepreneurial spirit from days gone by.
Hmm.
So, if we can do it, as we say, you can do it too.
That's right.
And I probably didn't, I left this out, but, you know, being raised by a single mom that was working two jobs, one in a bar and one in a restaurant to help us get off of welfare, I knew I wasn't going to stay in that situation and I needed to go out there and hustle and make money. Who knew that we could make this kind of money while also helping other people be healthy and wealthy along the way? So let's talk about the long-term growth potential, because we are at the right place at the right time with the right industry. And we were looking for a growth industry. We had no idea it was going to be health and wellness when our other company went away
Right.
in the telecommunications industry. But today we're talking about almost 10% average
Wow.
growth annually, 7 trillion with a T market that is just getting started as people are more and more waking up to organic, healthy, prevention lifestyles. And it's growing, by the way, twice as fast as the global economy. The nutrition and health lifestyle prevention thing is really what it's all about.
Hmm.
Why? Because 60 to 90% of major disease can be prevented
Yep.
through healthy lifestyle and nutrition.
Yep.
In fact, Time magazine talked about nutrition and healthy lifestyle prevents up to 90% of major diseases, which is pretty cool. And we choose to be part of something where we are with a company that has chose to be the most clinically proven wellness company in the world.
Right.
And I'm excited about that choice that they made.
Yep.
So we choose. If you would like to choose with us, come along for the ride. Cheryl, talk a little bit more about this telomere study.
We've got so many studies. Shackley spent 400 million on research and development. This happens to be one of my favorites. Dr. Eppel said that an 80-year-old Shackley user is projected to have the same telomere length as a 41-year-old non-user, and that these telomeres, that good nutrition may slow shortening of telomeres that occurs with aging. You guys can freeze this and read all of it because we're just here to point the way. Two more studies they did were called the landmark studies. There was a 10-year and a 20-year study, and they proved that Shackley users had healthier biomarkers and higher blood nutrient levels. 32% lower levels of triglycerides, 141% more vitamin D, and 32% better HDL, and that's the good stuff, and 36% lower levels of C reactive protein. That's a key biomarker for long term biological stress. They showed that 97% of Shackley users between 20 and 39 had lower med use. 89% between 40 and 59 had lower med use, and 83%
Wow.
over 60 had lower med use. You guys, that's a really good thing. And
Absolutely.
the middle is us when we got started. Well, over here in the far right is when we were dating.
Yeah,
But between the two of us, we've lost 80 pounds and kept it off.
that's right. We've come a long way, baby. And sorry that we had to expose the belly that way, but it definitely does tell the story that it truly does work if you work it. And we're talking about hundreds of different products that Shackley offers in 4 major categories: healthy nutrition, weight, beauty, and healthy home. One of my favorite, of course, is MindWorks. Cheryl likes to call it MoneyWorks, because after getting on that product, both in our Shackley business and in our other businesses, including real estate, we're able to grow our income significantly. And another product I love also is Triple Boost, because it's one of those things to continue to build a healthy, balanced immune system. And going back to MindWorks, by the way, it gives you not only the opportunity for 3 times more, memory and retention, but for
Mm,
me, coming from a background with, ADHD, also things like,
dyslexia.
dyslexia, and because of that, my reading and comprehension wasn't that great. Math was just okay, and now it just comes so much easier. And that's the whole idea, is that you can be the best version of yourself. Cheryl, talk a little bit more about the green cleaners and some of your other chewy, wonderful energy chews.
That's right. I love the Triple Boost too. I'm having one right now. We are exposed to all kinds of things today, and I picked up a little something, but the Triple Boost will have it gone in the morning. Energy chews are one of my favorites. They're little key lime chews that just completely wake me up and give me focus in the morning, especially our Vivix gummies. I cannot believe they taste so good and they're so potent. Each little delicious gummy has the equivalency of 40 glasses of red wine resveratrol in one gummy. So those are really truly our anti-aging product because it heals us at the DNA level. And then our Up and Glowing. It's a wonderful drink. You can heat up a cup of milk and put the Up and Glowing in it. It tastes delicious and it does wonderful things for your hair, your skin, and your nails.
Yeah, so we obviously have talked about this incredible industry, a little bit about this company, also a lot about this products. But now let's go back to this industry of network marketing, because what's happening in this idea of social marketing
Mm-hmm.
is that we have an opportunity to impact a number of lives. And we were honored to be featured in this book called The 4-Year Career. It's the master's edition, if you will, for Shaklee Master Coordinators. And I would definitely encourage you guys to get a hold of it. It is a great book talking more about this amazing industry.
I've been a student of Richard Bliss Brooke for 40 years. I've loved all of his stuff. And when I was reading it originally back in the 80s, I had sold my house and didn't realize my ex-husband didn't pay taxes the last year we were married. So the IRS came to the closing and took every dime. I didn't even have enough money to get into an apartment, let alone the little house I was going to buy. So I ended up with my children living in the basement of a commercial building. Now, this picture on the lower left was taken in that basement. I still had my silk drapes and my onyx chest set. You don't have to look homeless just because you are.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see what we've been able to do, and to do that with proven leadership. Going back to Dr. Shaklee, the founder, who was an entrepreneur, a chiropractor, and also a pastor, someone who really understood the idea of living in harmony with nature. And as an A-plus rated company with the Better Business Bureau that has paid over 9 billion, that's with a
Wow.
B, in commissions and bonuses to people like you and I, Dr. Shaklee understood that the medical field is interested in treating disease only. I'm interested in building health.
Yep.
And so that vision was carried on by our visionary leader, Raj Barnett, who's a Yale and Harvard graduate, who owned Beauty.com. He's also not only our chairman and CEO, but he's also the chairman of the World Federation of Direct Selling Associations, and understands what this is about, so much so that he invested millions of dollars just on the research before buying the company, and then 400 million more dollars on research and development to continue to improve these amazing products. He understands the only way we succeed is to make our customers healthier and our partners wealthier, and we're very glad for that.
And over on the right, on the top, we were in Atlanta. They closed the aquarium for us to have a private party.
Yeah.
That's a picture of us with Roger there. And on the lower right, he's planting trees with Wangari Maathai, the first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a PhD. She also earned the Nobel Prize for the Environment, and she loves that Shaklee was the first carbon neutral company in the world. When she won that Nobel Prize, Roger called her and congratulated her in Swahili. He speaks 5 languages. And
Amazing.
for us, it was just something as simple as signing up. We did a Zoom launch. And back then, we used to have people over to the house. And it's so much easier to send them a link and have them just show up to say hi.
Yep.
And we asked people, just listen for 5 minutes. If you're not interested in our mission, we don't want to waste your time or ours. And when our middle grandson here in the middle of the screen was, what is he, 2 there? He was helping Grandpa.
Yep.
He was Grandpa's helper. Then over on the right, he's helping Grandpa plant a tree because they have relationship, because Marty had time for him. And I ended up having a little war with cancer. And our products are not a cure, but they strengthened me for a war I didn't know was coming. And Marty didn't have to worry about the money. He could be there and be an advocate for me.
Yep.
And when my mom was put on hospice, they gave her 2 weeks. I moved in with her. I upped her regimen, and she lived 4 months. And this picture was taken 2 weeks before she went to heaven. She had a full life and a lot of love.
Yeah, Shaklee truly has made such a difference in our lives and the lives of others. And Shaklee pays a higher percentage
Yeah.
of every dollar more than any other home-based business. So imagine what it can do for your family by getting started. And remember, you set the pace. So sign up, get your business launched, and enjoy the ongoing incomes and the earnings that you can earn by building a community of other health and like-minded people.
Right. And we're just going to show you some pictures real fast. These are just some of our leaders. We've traveled all over the world with these people. Over here in the top left, we're with Vic and Carla, who live in Hawaii. We just talked to them the other day. We all qualified for a cruise a few years ago when we pulled into the Bahamas. I said, I'm going to run into town and buy some T-shirts. And Carla said, I think I'm going to buy that house. And so it's good to hang out with people who have bigger ideas and dreams than you do. And over here on the far right, we've got Olivia, who's been given awards. She lives in Canada, but by the Queen of England. She's raised millions for cancer research. And just friends from all over the world. We have so much fun. Our daughter here
Yeah.
is showing her check. When you reach a rank level, they give you a nice cash bonus. And Amy has enjoyed that and loves getting that residual money every month.
Yeah, a lot of wonderful people we've met along the way.
And here we are at one of the parties, one of our conferences, with a bunch more wonderful people. Dan and Karen here live in Mexico part of the year, and then they have a house out in the mountains by their daughter part of the year. So it's wonderful to have choices.
Yeah.
Years ago, Marty and I decided that we wanted to help people get promoted, and then we decided we want to have a new $1 million earner. And we have had one every year for the last 5 years, a new person in our organization who has reached that level. And all of the pictures on this page, except, well, you got the one of me with cancer, but none of these would have happened if we hadn't started our wellness business, except for the lower left where our wedding picture.
That's
But
right.
all the rest of them were like at the Louvre and down at our new happy place. We'll talk about that in a minute. But because we stepped out and we started a wellness business.
Yep.
So you can spend more time with the family.
Yeah, or get away from them, or get away from it all. Whatever it happens to be, the beautiful thing is that you have choices, and we are so excited that we get to have the choice to be with our kids, our grandkids, and all the other wonderful people in their lives as well.
And we just got a place in Florida that'll sleep all of these people. And we're sharing it with our team too. We're running some little contests and wonderful things. Our Beach Drive Oasis.com. It's our happy place. I call it Heaven's Triangle. On the upper left, you can see way down there a little gully like or a little thing.
Channel.
Yeah, the channel. The second picture is a close up of that channel. And we go over there to the state park. It's blocks away from the house. These are just some quick shots of the lower level. We have 2 full units and then the outside fire pit too.
Yeah, we're talking about having some fun and doing some team getaways. So hopefully you'll be able to qualify and possibly be a part of that. We'd love to have you come down and host an event.
Put your toes in that white sand on
That's
the
right.
beach. It's so soft.
There you go. Having fun with the team, having fun with family. It is all good. Now, talk a little bit about this amazing photo that you took, because this was
2 weeks ago.
Just 2 weeks ago. And I love what Mama Nadine says, and that is, by the way, the founder of our previous
Yep.
company.
Yep.
Talked about on your way to the stars, take as many people as you can with you. And we're excited to be able to take our family, to take friends, and to take new friends and business partners along the way with us.
That's right. We ran over to the park one night and I took this with my iPhone 11. I've been holding out for the iPhone 16, so I'll finally have a better camera. But I took this night sky at St. Andrews with an iPhone 11. I couldn't believe it came out with that many stars. And Dr. Shackley always said, your future will be exactly what you think to make it. We're here to help you if you decide to join this journey.
Yeah, let's go for the stars together. Let's have some fun, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the beach or at an event soon or here on another Zoom call. So share this. Get back with the person who thought enough to share it with you if you have some questions to find out more about the products, our compensation plan, more about our company, and how simple it is for you to get started and build something that will be benefiting you both financially and also the health benefits as well. With that, Marty and Cheryl Turner with Shackley saying bye for now, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Let's do this.
Take care, everyone.